homework. Okay? It's very similar to what we worked on. You can do it with pen or crayon or lipstick or blood.
Blood? Bro.
They got a booger with blood.
What is this one, Mr.
Oh, it's just kind of like a warm-up sheet.
Are we doing it for the rest of the class?
Is that what
No.
you just said? Disgust. Why is it? Oh my goodness. Why are people putting paper? Especially you know how Zach takes my backpacking every day? Yeah.
So, go ahead and start on this. As you're starting on this sheet, go ahead and get your homework out as well, and I'll come by and mark off your homework.
Are we doing this all class?
Nope, just a couple minutes. Let's take a look at just the worksheet that you've been working on. I know you're not done. So, the first 6 problems, is there any question about the first 6 problems? On the worksheet I had given you for the class.
Can you just go over one?
Yeah, so which one?
Number 1.
You don't know how to drop the parentheses and combine like terms? Yeah. 4. 4 would be probably okay because we are learning how to deal with our problem number 4. I'm going to drop the first set of parentheses. Say that, and then I put it. All right, so number 4, I have this. And then I'm going to make the second one in blue. So all the signs in the blue have changed. Why did all of those change?
There's a negative.
Yeah, it was a subtraction problem in between. So we could drop all of the ones that are black, but the ones that turn blue, all of those signs had to change because preceding the parentheses was a negative sign. So the negative sign gets distributed over. Okay. Is that all right so far? The problem's not done at that point, is it? Done? No, we have to combine like terms. So highest exponent, it appears to be the 5th. So I have a 13x to the 5th there and a negative 10x to the 5th there. If I combine those together, I get 3x to the 5th. Agreed? And then I have negative 6x to the 3rd. There was nothing else to combine with that. Negative 9x squared. And then I can combine this one and this one to give me plus 14x. Done. Anything else 1 through 6? Hold on a sec. Does that help you with the colors? They claim that we have a new bulb coming, so it'll only be dim for so much longer. Bulb. You notice how this is real dim? Getting harder and harder to see. They said 2 to 3 days, and that was like 6 to 7 days ago.
That's the thing with shipping companies. You don't get it from Amazon, it's not one-day shipping.
That's what I brought up. I said I could order something right now, and it'd be at my house by the time I get home, but it takes you 3 to 5 days to get a bulb. Yeah, go ahead, Jasper.
Can't you also just like without dropping any parentheses, can't you also just like add or subtract like terms?
You got it. Yep. Just make sure you're incorporating that middle sign with it. So if you went negative 10x to the 5th minus negative 13x to the 5th, so you realize that changed to positive. All right, so let's take a look down the left column. So from 7 to 19, any of those odd problems. Take a look at any of those, and are any of those sticking out like, ooh, I need to go over a little bit more. Yeah, we get Sammy. 19, you got it. Okay. For problem number 19, you have 2b squared plus 6b plus 7, and then 6b squared plus 4b plus 8. Okay? So this is going to be a triple distribution problem. Does that make sense if I say that? So I am going to distribute this. So I'll write that first. So negative 2b times 6b squared is 12b to the fourth. 2b squared times 4b is 8b to the third. And 2b squared times 8 is 16b squared. Okay, so let's pause there for a minute. Does that all make sense of what I just did? Does it make sense why the exponents increased by adding? Yeah. 12b squared. Sorry about that. Not only is it dim, you can't read my writing. We good so far? All right, so what is the next thing that we're going to distribute? 6b. So now I'm going to get 36, good, b to the third plus 24b squared, and then plus 48b. Now, I kind of ran out of room, but we'll squeeze more in there. Does that make sense right there? I'm not combining any like terms. I'm just changing all the colors so you can see how things are being distributed. So what's the last thing that I need to distribute over the parentheses? Huh? 7. So that'll come here, and come here. So I'll put this down here because I ran out of room. So I get 42b squared plus 28b plus 56. So we have all of those terms right up there to look at, right? So we might have like terms. Remember, like term has to be the same letter raised to the same exponent. So I have my first one, I have 12b to the fourth. That looks like it might be the highest exponent. I don't have any others. Agree? Yeah.
For distributing 6b, when you distributed 6b to 8, how did you get 4b?
Oh, it should have been 6b to 8. Should have been 48b, right? Is that right now? Thank you. All right. So there's no other b's to the fourth. So I have that. So I'm good there. So let's go to the third. Third, I only have those two, right? So I'm going to add 36 and 8 together to get 44. It's positive. Now I have b squareds. So I have 16 plus 24 is 40. 40 added to 42 is 82, b squared. And 48b and 28b is 76 b. 76b plus 56. That's a big old strand of stuff, right? Did I do it in my head? Well, some of it, just multiplication. But I wrote down what my answer was. I didn't go through going, okay, I got 12b to the fourth. Okay, I'm going to remember that. And I'm going to try and do the rest of it in my head. And if I have anything else to b to the fourth, I'm going to combine them together. No, I wrote it down. I showed a progression of steps. I tried to change color, even though the color is dim. I promise I see a difference in color when I get closer. But what else on that sheet? On any of the odds? Any more of the odds? sure. Yeah. 9. Okay. Number 9. So this was a triple distribution. Number 9 is going to be 3n squared plus 2n plus 6. So here I have only a single distribution. What's going to be distributed over the parentheses? 3n. Okay? So 3n here, that gives me 3n to the third power. 3n times this is plus 6n squared, and 3n times 6. It's in descending order. It's all done. Okay? Anything else there? Okay, why don't you take a couple more minutes, try and work a few more. Why don't we try to work 11? Let's have you work these. Get 7 done. We just did 9, get 11 done. Get 13 done. 15 and 17. So why don't you take a couple minutes and try and work those. Okay, we'll go over those in a few. So number 7 is a single distribution, agree? Where I'm going to put 6 here and 6 here, so I get 42p minus 36. That's pretty straightforward, I think. Number 8, number 9. I'm going to distribute, this is a single distribution as well. I'm going to distribute 3n over the parentheses, so I get 3n to the third plus 6n squared plus 18n. Again, single distribution, right? Number 11, it's a double distribution. Do you agree? So I'll distribute the 7b, and I'm also going to distribute the negative 3. Do I have like terms? I do. 11. So I have negative 7b and negative 6b that I can combine together, so I get 14b squared minus 13b plus 3. There's your answer to that one. What did the b negative? Nope. 7b times 2b is 14b squared. Right? Okay. Number 13. Move it up in a sec. Single, double, or triple distribution? Double. The 6r and the 5 are going to be distributed over. So you get that, and then I'm going to distribute the 5 over. So I get to that. I have like terms. I have a 12r and I have a 35r, so we can combine those together. What is it? 47? Yeah. Good. That was 13, right? Okay. 15, we're right here. Keep building upon our page. Single or double or triple distribution on this one? Double, because I'm going to do the 7v and I'm going to do the 4. Correct? That gives me 49v squared minus 42v, and then 28v minus 24. Do I have like terms on this one? Yeah, negative 42v and 28v. I need to combine those together, correct? Let's see. Is that negative 14v? Is that right? Then 17 will be the last one that I asked you to do, right? 19 we did it in class, right? That was the triple distribution. Alright, so whoops. Next page. I don't know what you're doing. 17. 4a plus 2, 2a squared minus 8a plus 3. Double, single, or triple distribution?
Triple.
Careful.
Double.
Double. I'm distributing the 4a. It happens to be going to 3 terms. And I'm distributing the 2 that happens to go to 3 terms. So it's only double distribution. So I'm going to multiply the 4a here, and here, and here. That's 8a to the third minus 32a squared plus 12a. And then let's distribute the 2. And I think we're going to have a bunch of like terms here. So I have 4a squared minus 16a plus 6. All right, so 8a to the third I can't combine with anything else. I can combine those two together, and that gives me negative 28a squared. I can combine these, and that's going to give me negative 4a, and then plus 6. Okay? Tuck that one away for a little bit. Come back. We'll actually come back to that tomorrow. You do not have to finish that page. We'll do it probably tomorrow in class. But the homework was 43 and 44. Is that right? Cool. All right, so let's take a look at that first page. 1 through 17. What questions do you have on 1 through 17 on page 43? Yeah.
It's not really about the problem, but it's about how I should distribute it. So for number 12, there's
12 on the page I gave you, or on here? On the work homework. On the page I gave you, the homework from last night. Number 12, okay? Yeah.
just distribute the x, y after the x.
Oh, here, let's just work it. Number 12, so we have 6x minus 5y. Then we have 2x minus 3y. That's the one, right? Armin? That's it? Okay, so let's take a look. So it's a double distribution, so here, and here. So we'll do that first. So 6x times 2x is going to be 12x squared. Then 6x times negative 3y is going to give me negative 18xy. You could have negative 18yx, but they usually like it to keep it in alphabetical order. And then we're going to distribute negative 5y. That gives me negative 10xy, or negative 10yx. It's the same thing, but again, keep it in alphabetical order. And negative 5y times negative 3y is positive 15y squared. Okay? These are like terms, so I can combine those together. So I'm going to get 12x squared minus 28xy plus 15y squared.
So the xy
And again, so when you multiply them, it's more acceptable to keep them in alphabetical order than change the order of them. If you change the order, is it wrong? No, but it's just easier to see that if you always keep them in alphabetical order. Cool? What other questions might we have through number 17? Sammy? 15. That's a double distribution that happens to be going over a trinomial. Okay? So I'm going to multiply x here, here, and here. Then I'm going to distribute -2 here, here, and here. Okay, I do have some like terms. X to the third is by itself. And then I have both of those. What can you tell me about both of those? Yeah, they cancel each other out, so we don't have to write anything with that. What can you tell me about both of these? They cancel out, so then we get that -8 there at the end. Holy cow, a whole bunch of stuff canceled out, so I just wind up with x to the third -8. So this thing's canceled out. Is it okay they cancel out? Sure. You didn't offend the problem if they cancel out. Yeah.
So, okay. I know I got this wrong, but so if you multiply, like how it was, if you did the x times the x squared, that would be x to the third instead of 2x?
Right, because so your like basis, that's really x to the first, right?
Yeah.
So x to the first times x to the second, like bases being multiplied together, you add the exponents. Count them up. Okay. The only way you would get 2x is if you add. So if you are adding x and x together, if you add them, you get 2x. If you add x and or if you multiply x and x together, you get x squared.
Okay.
So multiplication changes the exponent, and if you're just adding them, you just count them up.
Okay.
Any other questions up to number 17? Yeah. 1? Problem number 1, we have 3x to the third times 4x to the seventh. Is that the right one? Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't change pages. Okay, so it's just monomial times monomial. So 3 times 4 is 12. X to the third times x to the seventh is x to the 10th. Like bases, when multiplying, you add the exponents up. Three, 1. Okay. Cool. Oh, he's not here.
Can you sign off on it real quick?
Sign off on it?
Yeah.
Not quite sure how hard it is when you go back to it.
They said they weren't here.
Sign off on it.
You don't have to do it.
Well, this cracks me up. It's like,
Oh, you need to sign off on this.
really? You can't look at my attendance in the dean's office and say, oh, look, that kid's not there.
Yeah, you don't even have to sign off.
All right, any other questions up to number 17? Are we good? All right, 18 and 19, you want me to run through those? Okay, so we're finding the area on number 18, right? How do I find the area of a rectangle? Base times height, right? So one of them's a base, one of them's a height. Which is which? Doesn't really matter. So I'm going to multiply x minus 2 times 2x plus 7. And this is how I'd find the area. Okay, so distribute. Combine our like terms. So our area to this is Because we were supposed to find the area, right? Okay, yeah, I feel better. Nah, only the first few times. Number 19, we have area of a triangle. Area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So base and height have to be perpendicular to each other, which they have them listed, it looks like. They have this. That's x plus 2, they said. And they said that is 4x minus 2. So that 1/2 kind of comes along for the ride. So I have 1/2 4x minus 2 and x plus 2. I guess if I wanted to, I could distribute that here and here. And that's going to give me, just on this part right here, 2x minus 1. And then multiply times that third. So we take care of the half if you wanted to that way. Does that make sense? I don't have to go to the third thing because think about it. If you're multiplying three numbers together, you multiply like 3 times 4 times 5. You don't go 3 times 4 and 3 times 5, do you? No, you just multiply in order. So that's all I did is I just multiplied half times whatever this was. That gave me the 2x minus 1. Then I have a double distribution. That's going to give me 2x squared plus 2x minus 1x minus 2. Combine these like terms.
Double 1x minus
2x times that and 2x. Oh, right here? Right here? Oh, yeah. Thank you. And then that's going to give me a 3x right there. Thank you. So that's what the area of this triangle is equal to. Cool. So then on the back page, looks like we are just dropping the parentheses. We might have to distribute a negative. Any of those you want to take a look at?
22.
2, 2. All right, so I have 4x to the third minus 3x squared plus 2 plus 6x squared plus 12x minus 4 minus 11x squared minus 7x minus 3. All right, so I have 3 sets of parentheses. Everyone agree? The first 2 sets of parentheses I can just drop. But the third parenthesis, I have to change all the signs. Why? Yeah, I have a negative prior to it, okay? So I'm going to keep this the same, so I get this. And then this basically, all those get distributed. So I get that. So this is what this part right here is where all the signs changed. Agree? So now I'm going to combine like terms. So things to the third power. I took care of that. To the second power, I have this one, I have this one, and I have this one. So negative 3 plus 6 is 3. 3 minus 11 is negative 8x squared. And then I have my 12x and 7x, so that's 19x. And then 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Negative 2 plus 3 is plus 1. There you go. All right, if you would, hand that, make sure your name is on that sheet. That's the page 44 or 43 and 44, right? So make sure your name is on page 43 and 44. And hand that in, please. And if you're handing anything else in as well, don't hand in the worksheet I gave you. Don't hand in that worksheet I gave you, though, please. And then And then I think you can do page 45 and 46. There is one part on, so this will be due tomorrow. There is one part that says find the product, and then it says give the name of the special product. Don't worry about that. Just find the product. Just do it just like we have, multiply. Okay? So this I should be collecting, and this is due tomorrow. Cool? Everyone happy?